Hello, Capricorn. This is Steph at Finding You Tarot. I hope you're well. I haven't been on here since the spring, so lots happened this year. Very strange year. Or, well, when I say a lot's happened within me, and so I wonder whether that might be the case for you too, um, or maybe not. Maybe you've had some big external changes. But a very interesting year, very pivotal year. So I wanted to just hop on here and see what happens next. Um, so let's have a look at the energies for the end of 2024 going into 2025 and see if there is anything that the universe would like to say to you. So I have pre-shuffled everything. I've got a load of oracle decks out. Don't know whether I'll use them, but we'll see. So let's have a look. So what are the energies for Capricorn, please? The energies for Capricorn, please. Energies for Capricorn, please. I've been feeling this guy, the Hermit. So Virgo energy. I do actually have Virgo rising as well, so that's probably why he's been a big presence for me recently. A fellow Earth sign. There have apparently not been very many planets in Earth signs of late. That is changing, but obviously with the sun going into Capricorn the other day. But there has been a really, it's felt certainly for me for the last few weeks and probably actually quite a lot longer, although I wasn't able to act on it. I really wanted to kind of withdraw from the world and just sit with myself and where I am. But let's see if we can make some progress. I feel like I'm looking at him and he is holding, the Hermit always holds a wand. So although he represents the sign as an earth sign, he is actually holding a wand. He's holding the Ace of Wands, but he's also holding the star in his lantern as well. So I wonder if there's a sort of time of planning going on for you right now, because I'm not, and most readers aren't particularly drawn to the wand that he holds, but I'm being really, really shown it right now. The thing is, though, in this Hermit card, I'm just going to show you him again. He's not actually looking at either of them. He holds them both. So his hands are occupied by these two things. The star represents healing and also wish fulfillment, and is a card of Aquarius. But it's almost like he doesn't want to look at them. I feel like there's a bit of a know your place energy that you may be having to navigate of oh, I don't know if I can do that. Oh, I don't know, that sounds a bit risky. So yeah, this might be a reading that is asking you just to actually really take a good look at your circumstances. I think you know what you want. With this Ten of Pentacles, you want it all, but it's like, and you know what, and you're holding, it all within your hands. But I don't know whether there's some sort of limiting belief here that is stopping you from taking that step off the mountain. Will be really interesting to see if we see the full card in this reading, because he's, because obviously the Fool does step off the mountain into the unknown. So there is this worry about the known. Yeah, there's worry here about loss. There's worry about what you can trust. Some of you might also be thinking about moving away from a situation into, and but can I take everything I have with me? This character here in this Seven of Swords is leaving a couple of swords behind. but the Two of Swords is indecision as well. So the Seven of Swords is a card of, as well as being, the popular kind of assumption is liar, cheater, stealer, but it's also a card of strategy. It's also a card of, he's carrying the Five of Swords here. So that signifies there's perhaps been a bit of a hollow victory, where you've had to fight for something, but you're leaving behind indecision. So it could be that you need to take a more strategic approach to whatever is coming next for you, because it does feel as though you're in a bit of a place of I of I don't I kind of know what I need to do, but I don't want to do it. Because the Seven of Swords, it's a card of kind of, it's an uneasy card. It's like, yeah, I need to be strategic, but yeah, because there's been a fight, yeah, because there's been indecision, da 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 da. It's not a great, I know some people look at it, or try to look at it in the positive, but to me, it always feels like a bit pain in the pit of the stomach kind of card. I don't think I'm making much sense here, but let's. But this is kind of what you can see, or what you're consciously thinking. I want. It feels like you want to move forward in a really big leap. um, because I'm laughing because the Ace of Cups just fell out there. It feels as though you want to make a really big leap, but you're maybe not sure of how to do it. You're not sure that the universe is going to support you in that. But what you can't see is that you have probably made a lot of progress in how you decide what you want, what is good for you, what is not good for you, and you probably have a far better idea of what you need or of how to get what you need than you are giving yourself credit for. It feels like you haven't quite caught up with who you are now, maybe. You might be a much more kind of wily operator than you think you are, or than you would want to be necessarily. You might be able to navigate situations in a way that you think is perhaps a little bit sneaky, or not wholly fair, but you can do it. And so I think there's a little bit of a shadow aspect going on here, where there's a part of you that you need to employ that you're not wanting to necessarily look at or acknowledge exists within you. But with the Ace of Cups here, there are lotuses in the bottom of this card, and lotuses grow out of mud. There's clear blue water here, but lotuses grow out of mud. So there's perhaps something that you are bringing out into your life that is to do with the struggle that you have had to go through, and now the challenge for you is to help it to live in the world, which is going to require some actions that you might feel are a little bit icky. You might need to put yourself out there. You might need to say, look at me, I'm brilliant. Or you might need to blow your own trumpet, whereas perhaps you might prefer to operate in the shadows. Um, but there has been a lot of energy. There's been a lot of movement forward for you in this last wee while, and it, it it's perhaps, and perhaps you've had to, because if you can see on this card, you've you've had to sort of ride against the wind. This is going into a headwind, so you've maybe it's there's been struggle, but I think you've been very determined to make the changes, make the internal transformations that you have required in order to manifest the external transformations that you want to see in your life. But you've maybe got a little bit bogged down in that. I wonder if you have got bogged down in it, because because obviously swords are cards of the mind. You have the seven of swords here, you have the knight of swords here. Whether there is this thing in your head where you're kind of going, right, okay, well, I'm thinking it, but there's no doing. I've changed. Now, how do I apply it? And this is where this challenge of this hermit, of you sitting in your own space, in your own thoughts, is maybe stopping you from accessing this ten of pentacles that you're really looking for. So let's look at what we're going into. Yeah, and maybe you have a lot of choice. And having a lot of choice sometimes means we have no choice, because we're so, again, bogged down, ruminating, just and seeing traps everywhere. Oh, I can't do that because in the past when I did that, that happened. In a sense, we can only navigate the world according to what we know to be true, but we have to also be very, very careful that we're not recreating patterns. It does not necessarily follow that because something looked like something else, or looks like something else that has happened in the past and had a negative outcome, it does not necessarily follow there will be another negative outcome. There is a place here for your logic, which you have been stuck in, but it's whether you're using that logic in a way that is allowing you to make choices that are beneficial for you, or whether you're actually holding those choices, whether you're using that logic to keep yourself trapped. And there's a question here for you, Capricorn, around that. It's and also, how do you want this ten of Pentacles to play out for you as well? Because I think once we understand what the destination is, it becomes much clearer as to how we will, what the journey will look like. But it could be that you're in this sort of, oh well, I don't know what my priority is. Is your priority what is in your bank account? Is your priority the home that you live in? Because they might not be mutually compatible, because you may have to invest money in order to have that new home to live in which case your money in your bank account might look quite depleted, but your quality of life is going to look massively better. So I think there are some choices here that you're going to have to make around what it is that you actually want, which is going to help inform how you're going to get there. I mean, just think of it in terms of you decide you're going to go somewhere, but you don't know where. Now that can be quite exciting, because you don't know where you're going to land. You don't know what you're going to see. You don't know who you're going to meet. But equally, if you have no idea of what your destination is, then the route becomes very meandering. You don't know where you're going. You're just meandering, and so there's perhaps a bit of a meandering feel to where you are at the moment, which I think, maybe you're probably getting a little bit fed up of with this Knight of Swords and might have been causing a little bit of conflict for you. But you do need to understand that this is within your gift to solve. This is not something that is being done to you by the universe. The universe is now saying to you, choose, make your choices. And then your journey towards your destination becomes much clearer. The next card that's come out is the Queen of Pentacles, and that is a Capricorn card. And look at her; she has abundance. Uh, she has. I mean, just be careful if you're not looking at having children. If you're of child, if that's your thing, and you're of childbearing age and you're not looking to have a child, just be careful because there is a rabbit in the corner there. um, but the Queen is looking at her money. She is looking at her large coin, but she is also surrounded by abundance. And so look at this. Actually, I'm just as I'm looking at the video here as it's playing, the 10 of swords is kind of going wah 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 at me with this Queen of Pentacles. There's stuff that you need to decide that you're going to give up. Now, that could be a habit, that could be these are swords, so these are cards, swords are cards of the mind, as I said. And so this could be about you letting go of that old part of yourself that felt that this was not accessible to you. I'm wondering whether there is an element here that you are, as I said, you're who you are now hasn't. You're maybe still trying to fit yourself into the box of who you used to be, but now with the Pluto transit having created this massive transformation, that you're not actually in a that sorry, rambling. Those who watch my videos regularly will know I ramble a bit, but and it can take me a little while to hit on the point that I want to make. But it feels it's beginning to feel more and more and more like this you who you have become is really is kind of struggling to let go of the old one who didn't believe in what you deserved. But there's a fight here to be won because she is sitting in your future position, and there's a lot of power in that for you because, as I say, she is a card of Capricorn. Um, and she's comfortable within her environment. I think this is also about you becoming comfortable with perhaps being a little bit more go-getting, perhaps being a little bit more arrogant. I mean, my stomach lurches when anybody says you need to promote yourself. It's like, oh, get an Instagram account. No, I can't do that. It all just feels, as I said before, a bit icky. And I struggle with that self-promotion. I struggle with saying, yeah, here I am. And I just feel like this is what is coming here, that there is a coming to terms. There is a letting go here and a coming to terms with who you are now versus who you were 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. In your hopes and fears, there is, this is not a negative card at all, but it is quite a static card. It is a kind of status quo card. It is a card of I'm taking my time, and so I think that is also supporting the I don't really want to let go of what I have vibe. um, you are going to have to let go if you want, if you want to take a major step forward in life. You're going to have to let go of who you used to be, and that's that. These cards are just screaming that. It's saying, while you stay stuck in this indecision, you have everything you need in order to move forward, but while you cling to your past self, you cannot move forward, and you cannot have that Queen of Pentacles vibe, that Queen of Pentacles energy. You can't access it. You can't access the Ace of Cups until you let go of who you were and you come down off that mountain and you acknowledge who you are now. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Yeah, the Tower. Yeah, yeah. Basically, look, there are. You, yeah. Okay, so this tower, look at it. It's big, it's magnificent, but it has a top that doesn't fit. It's built somewhere where you cannot grow. You can't build out because it's on this bit of granite here. It is limited in its capacity to deliver anything other than what exists, and so therefore it must fall. And I think there's a rather with this Ten of Swords and the Tower here is a rather dramatic kind of message from the universe. If you do not do it, we will do it for you. So Capricorn, this is going to be quite a short one because I'm like I don't want to know. And we have the Eight of Cups on the bottom of the deck, which is about searching for your wish fulfillment. You know that what has gone before is not going to fulfill you. So just take take this as a warning. If you don't do it, the universe will do it for you. So plan your route. No, actually, don't plan your route. Plan your destination, and then your route becomes clear. I'm going to leave it there, Capricorn. I hope anyone who is celebrating at this time of year has the most wonderful time. I hope anyone who is not is also has a wonderful time, and anyone also who is struggling with grief or loneliness. Or difficulty or financial difficulty. I wish you love and I wish you well. And I will see you on the next one. I hope this helped. Bye bye.